Hi, this is Mike Martin with ACME Truckloads. You know, when this whole thing started with COVID and all the people selling masks and sanitizers and wipes, it was a free-for-all. Like I said, it was the Old West. People just jumping the bandwagon, trying to get on, trying to flip whatever they could flip to make as much money as they possibly could. Well, things have settled down now, and some of those people are going by the wayside because instead of just buying anything that's called a mask or anything that's called sanitizer or wipes, people are looking at the quality of things. And they're also trying to verify the actual existence of things. These are things you have to be concerned about in this climate, in this business. But there still are people out there that are dumb as shit. And this is somebody or some type of people who will plague this business for as long as I've been in it. And they're the stupid, the idiots, the people that don't really know anything, that think they can just jump in and make a few bucks. I had a couple of incidents recently I wanted to pass along. No doubt you've experienced some of these things. First of all, we are selling a package of hand wipes. I won't go into detail about it. You'll see it around. But these wipes are very well priced. They're coming from China. We get them in the country, and then we're selling them once they're in the country, not making you wait for them to come from China, which is the best way to do it. So anyway, we're selling these things, and they are going like hotcakes, frankly. They're going faster than masks now because it's something everybody needs everywhere. So anyway, we put this out to a few people. And then recently, my partner and I both got an email showing our very same deal being sold by somebody else, telling people that they were dealing directly with the owner and that they were in the country currently and ready to go. That's interesting because they're not in the country. And the reason we know they're not in the country yet is because we are the owners. So you've got people out there trying to sell your stuff. Now that may not sound strange to you, and it's not in this business, because we know that when deals get put out there into the ether, there are brokers out there that will grab anything, act as if it's their own, and try to sell it in hopes against hope that they can backtrack and make a deal. But here's the interesting thing. We're the only ones with this product. We do own the product. We know the product's not in the country yet. When it is, then we will sell it. But this clown is trying to sell it for less than we have it for. Where does that even come from? How does he expect to do a deal? Because ultimately he's got to come to us. We have the product and we're happy to sell it, but we're not going to let some clown go out there, sell it as if it's his own, and then sell it for less. We don't need to do that. These things are selling as fast as we can get them, because we've got them at a good price. These packs of hand wipes are selling by some people for $7 and $8. We're in the $4.5 range. So it's quite a bit of difference. And there's plenty of margin for people to make money. It's a fair price. But we've got some idiot, and I'm sure most of you people would know who this idiot is, because he's all over the place. And I would tell you his name, but I don't need to give him that kind of publicity. But I tell you what, you know who you are. And if you don't stop doing that shit, I will tell everybody your name and then see how business goes for you. When you're dealing in this business, whether it be for the sanitizers, masks, hand wipes, or if you're selling truckloads of Power Wheels, you got to know who you're dealing with. You got to know that they're direct to the product. They are either the owner or the person that is dealing directly with the owner. That's absolutely essential, because you'll never get a deal done unless you have that situation set up. Second guy calls me up. He wants masks, and he's a big buyer, which is like flipping me the middle finger when you say that to me, because I've heard it so many times, and 99.9% of the times it's bullshit. So he says that, and then he says, oh, and I'm a doctor. Really? You're a doctor? And he tells me he wants all this stuff, and he wants this big quantity of these masks. I said, you know, why don't you cool out a little bit? Why don't you buy a smaller quantity, make sure you're happy, make sure this is what you want, and then we can talk about the bigger deals. Oh, no, we're doing big deals. And I pretty much blow him off because I know this guy's bullshit. But then he continues and continues. I allow him to talk to my partner, who takes him a little further down the road, and he's ready to go. But then he says, I'd like to see a sample. Well, to be honest with you, there isn't usually enough time to send out samples in the mask business because once they're there, they're gone. But in this instance, they were asking for a lot, so we'd have to bring them in. So we sent them a sample. And they were saying to us, well, we can't find the UPC code and the box doesn't match what this is. Now, see, you have to understand, if you're getting mask, you have to get the right kind of mask. And the masks are identified as far as quality with their FTC certificates, their CE certificates and all that sort of stuff. That tells you what the mask is about and how it qualifies for what you need. The boxes, see, these things come to this country in bulk, meaning they're individually wrapped and 50 are wrapped in cellophane. If you want them in a box, they're put in a private label or a generic box so you can have a box. But most people, like hospitals and cities and counties, don't want them in a box. That's just more stuff to throw away. So this guy's saying, well, the box doesn't matter. I said, dude, the box doesn't matter. Check the mask. Check the certifications. Well, you know, I think what we'll do is we'll have it brought in and then we'll test it. Okay. So we bring it in. We send them one and they test it. But they don't call us back. I go, dude, what are you doing? Call me back. If you don't want it, can't afford it, whatever you want to do, call me back. But he doesn't. Yeah, well, the box doesn't match. You know, let me ask you something. Is your intention to sell this shit on Amazon? Because if you are, I don't want to sell it to you. I don't care how many you buy and what price you pay. You're not getting them. He didn't say no. He didn't say yes. But he could not comprehend that the box is just a generic box. And that's what it is when you buy this stuff. These are boxes just made to put these masks in. You really have to look at the certification to understand what the quality of the mask is. And you really have to look at the quality of the mask in order to decide what you're going to buy. There are cheaper masks out there, and they're dust masks. They're very thin dust masks that don't really do much with regards to what we're dealing with now. You want something that's a 3-ply that has a high percentage of protection. And that's what we sell. We sell 3-ply, level 3, 98.6%. So now this guy is telling me, well, I don't think that's what it is. I go, you don't know what the hell it is. You haven't done anything to check it out. So I said, look, dude, I'm done with you. I'm not talking to you anymore. You're an idiot, and I don't need your business. As well, you don't have to rub salt in it, and you don't want to burn a bridge with me. I'm a big buyer. I go, yeah, oh yeah, that's right. You're a big buyer. But this is adorable. This is adorable, pal, because you actually think I'm going to take your call when you call me again next time. No, sorry, I'm not going to take your call. Don't want to talk to you now. Won't talk to you again because you're a big waste of time. You're full of shit, and you're the kind of person that should be out of this business. It gets frustrating talking to these people, and I know you know because you deal with the same people. Now's the time to look at this situation and decide, are you a business person? Or are you an opportunist just trying to jump on the bandwagon? Things are settling down. Things are requiring some content as opposed to them just being masked or just being wiped. You got to know percentages. You have to have certification. You have to be on CDC lists. So that's going to get rid of a lot of these crazy, stupid people, hopefully. But if you're out there in this business and want to stick in it, you've got to pay attention and you've got to change from being the Wild West, flipping and flying all this stuff any way you can just to make a buck, to dealing with quality products that actually do some people some good, because that's what people are looking for now. Be a business person, not an opportunist just trying to jump on a bandwagon. I got to go. I'll talk to you later.